Today I'm working on fuel lines. So Ferrari fuel lines, if you've seen enough vintage Ferraris, you will have seen fuel line that looks like this. This is this yellow braided fuel line. It's kind of crazy because it's a very familiar look inside of a Ferrari engine compartment, but it is extremely expensive and rare. In other words, it's new, it's available, but this stuff is sold by the inch. So, and it's not cheap by the inch. It's not like 60 cents or 20 cents by the inch. This is something like 12 bucks or something. I have to go look at the invoice, but 12, 14, something like that. And depending on how the thickness is and all that other stuff. And right here, there's about 500, 600 bucks of material. But if you want the Ferrari to look the way it is, this is what you have to do. Now, what a lot of guys do, which is, you know, the cheaper way to do it, is this amount of hose, this rubber hose is about probably a buck's worth, you know, $2, $3 worth of rubber hose. Basically, I'll show you why and how this works and why it ends up getting so expensive is that the original fittings, I got it on pretty tight here, so let me see if I can break it loose for you. All right, let me go put it on a vise and take it off. Okay, to get these off here, I'm just gonna cut them off because they've been on here for a while, so they'll just, I just gotta peel them off because I wanna save these fittings because these fittings I'm gonna use, but you know, since the clamp has been on there, also, you know, same time, trying not to put a screwdriver or a blade through my finger. Okay, so there's one fitting. So the way the Ferrari fitting works is that it's a tapered fitting and it's supposed to thread inside this hose and gets finished off with a ferrule. So what you can do for a stopgap measure is just use regular hose, put this on there, and then thread it on there, and then just use a hose clamp. And you know, it works just as good as the yellow hose. The yellow hose sometimes ends up being more of a problem because there was a time in which they sold a yellow hose that kind of failed because if you look inside, the yellow hose has like a rubber sheathing and another spiral wound wire inside and outside, and a sheathing and a rubber liner. And there was a time in which there was a rubber liner that was that didn't really play well with the modern fuels. So we started to see weeping through the jacket, and what basically was happening was that the hose was deteriorating on the inside, and you wouldn't know until you saw the weeping on the outside. So if that was deteriorating, that means the rubber was just kind of ending up in the fuel system. Not really good. So what I'm going to do now is measure this out and mark it carefully, and then dress this all together to put the new yellow hose in. I've got 3 pieces, you know, 40, 50 some inches of hose. Had to measure it specifically, order the right amount, because you make a mistake and you can have, you know, $30, $40 a waste, or $30 or $40 short, and then all of a sudden you don't have enough to do the hoses, and that could be just as catastrophic as ordering too much. You can order not enough. So I'm going to get to work on this now. Okay, there you have it. They're installed. Pretty tight. I put a little bit of sealant in there, and then as you turn the fitting in, you hold this in with a vise. You hold the hose, and then this kind of draws in, and as the taper part goes in, it starts to expand out into the ferrule, and then the ferrule keeps everything kind of tight, so it locks everything in place. So you know, I'll put that in. I got 2 more to go, and it'll look more like a Ferrari than it does, you know, an auto parts store repair. Thanks for watching.